A lot of growing companies are a hot mess of tactics and PowerPoints and stuff, and it isn't helpful. Good morning, everybody. Today, Ruby and myself are talking about the implications of having too many things on the go, too many people doing too many disparate, challenging, important things, and how that turns into a mishmash of brand messy PowerPoint, website, landing page, tactical stuff that doesn't help your customer in any way. And frankly, it's a lot of busy work that, some of it might be good, some of it might be important. But when it's all done in individual formats, it doesn't really help where you're going. So the value of strategy in this concept is sometimes you just got to go and do things, but sometimes it's great to step back and look at the whole enchilada and say, hey, why does this do this? Why do we have this piece of software? Why is this message like this and that message is like that? Why is there no consistency and structure and stuff that actually makes it easier for your buyers to buy? This is kind of a thing. And I know a lot of companies are just busy and they've got a big team or a medium-sized team or even a small team, and you're doing stuff. You got stuff to do, and that it gets really messy really fast, especially if you're successful and you have other things that you need to do and you're trying to go to a different place, and all this stuff layers on top of itself. And so there is value in stepping back and looking at that regularly. How regularly? I'd say once a quarter. Go into it with the mindset we have to see where we're wasting time, money, resources, where it's confusing for our buyer, where we're not hitting the mark from a marketing perspective and a sales perspective, but a lot of times it's marketing, to make sure that the consistency is there so that our brand value, our value proposition, our message, our tagline, our whatever is aligned, and that we have some brand standards that say, here's what great looks like, here's what good looks like. We would rather be great than good, but we are not going to sacrifice performance for perfection. So if we're standing there worried about a pixel, that is not helpful in any world. However, if we're inconsistent, if one thing has one message on it, the other thing has another message on it, and the website says one thing, and the landing page says another thing, bad ideas. So getting clarity and structure to that is always a good idea. So if you see your stuff and your stuff has variance in it, variability to it, and it's not exactly all aligned to the right message or the right market or the right this or the right that, stop the insanity. Stop it immediately and start figuring out what can you cut, what can you not do anymore, what can you do differently, what needs to just get on the same page, and what will make it easier for your buyer to understand what you're doing, both from a message perspective, a tactics perspective. Should we do this? Should we do that? Get on the same page. And once you do that, specifically from a marketing perspective, but more valuable to your sales team, it gets way easier to start presenting a value proposition to a client that they're going to respond to and say, hey, I get it. I know where you're doing. I know where you're going. It's amazing. So for today, Ruby says, marketing should not be a hot mess, ever. It shouldn't be something with so much high ceremony that we have to wait for that pixel to be fixed. Hell no. But we got to get it right. So for you, figure out what the mess looks like, clean it up, and move on. All right, enough for today. Walking and Talking with Ruby.